Welcome back, welcome back. So, before I lose this thought again, the yesterday or the day before, whatever, sitting here thinking to myself, sound of horns. My daddy's in the building. And I began to think about gravity or some shit like that. I forget why. I think it was because I was thinking about something in the water or watching something. Who knows? What I do know is Batman mind kicked in. And when that happens, I get to thinking. So, I was thinking, what is gravity? So I was thinking, and I remember listening to other people give their opinions, you know, listening to scientists and their explanations. And when I heard them say they don't know what gravity is, they only know what it does. I said, oh, so you don't know everything. Why? And as I listened to different people's opinions about buoyancy, and different people give different explanations on their what we're dealing with, I don't know. I realized something. Regardless of what it is, you know, we know what it does. It pulls you down, you know? It keeps you on the plane, keeps you on the line. And since, I've been diving into this yin and yang thought, I realized, like I said, we began with thinking of the water. And I said, well, if gravity's pushing you down, how come when I put something in the water, like myself, it will force me up? You know? Certain things get forced up. Certain things drop all the way down. You know? Now, that is not an explanation or any type. I'm not trying to be smart. I'm just noticing this. And it made me realize, like, the line, made me realize that certain things have a place and you will be kept there because of your natural environment, your reality, whatever you want to call it. And then that got me thinking again, where's the line for real though? Because, like I said, if you're a man If you try to go up, you're gonna come down. If you try to go below, you're gonna come up. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. And then I said, well, I guess this is the line. The earth plane. You know? And then I said, but men claim to have gotten through the firmament, and that would lead to the waters above, you know? And I thought to myself, there's waters above, you know? And the Lord says, the world is my footstool. Is that literal or is that not literal? You know? Because it could just be punchline, meaning I run shit. I'll fucking trample that place. You think you run shit down there until I start going berserk. Um, but then if you take it literal, right? It should make you think. Are we under an ocean? Are, are we are we are we like, you ever see that the Men in Black in the end of the movie, the alien kid's playing with marbles and it has galaxies in it. Get it? A bigger creature made that galaxy, and you're just a marble. You're just a children's plaything. But not, because who knows what that thing was really doing. Anyway, and then that made me think. Um, Maybe that's what it means by the glass dome. You know, the ceiling? The snow globe effect. And then I thought about how man has built things under the water, and they do the same thing. They do a dome. Well, you know, like a church, it's a dome, has a dome on top. There's always a dome. And when you watch other men form ecosystems in domes, you know, biodome type shit. You ever see the movie? Well, people do that in real life. And when you see a person make a fucking ecosystem in an area that doesn't really have that ecosystem, you start to see the power of just man. And then you say, man is a child compared to God. So what's the Lord? Oh shit, we can't figure. All right, he's doing big things. And then that made me think, you know, a lot of firmament videos and a lot of things just people talk about that say they believe the firmament now because of whatever, whatever. And then I always never hear people start thinking about that next step. Like, all right, we're in a dome. Firmament's real. And that would mean there's waters above. That would mean there's an ocean of water above us. You know? Enough that he can say, I'll flood yous out. You're just a snow globe. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's what we do as a representation of a snow globe. It's a little world in there and it's flooded. I wonder if that's a mockery to the Lord. Merry Christmas. Um, so I was thinking, you know what I mean? Like, the Lord is this reality, this thing we call whatever life, this dimension is a very fascinating thing when you can't go places and see things. You know, you only can think. You have to go off what others have said before you. And nowadays, this internet shit is just wild. Like, you can't really trust anything. And then you find out that man, admits that they don't know everything. So it's not that you can't really trust them. You just got to take them for their word. You don't know everything. So, who the fuck are you to say? Um, and then you realize, like many other men that had to figure out things and prove them, somebody's coming. Somebody will eventually come and, do what man does best and not figure things out and create a new system. No, figure out that it's already there and that, who made it? Who made it so? Now, I know that's a very weird topic or something strange, but it just really got me thinking about, like, what the fuck is out there? Everybody's worrying about, like, alright, think about it. I watched this little TikTok guy, shout out from the West Coast, and I usually play a lot of his videos because he comes with some decent shit, you know. And I always hear this man talk about the ice wall, how he believes it, right? And I said to myself, because he brings up videos on it a little here and there, and then he talks and certain other people, And I said, how come nobody's asking, like, why the water is frozen over there? Why is there an ice wall? Because if you believe in an ice wall, and then you also believe in a firmament, that would mean you're double fucking locked in here. And why would it be so cold? Oh yeah, when you learn about water from the scientists, they say the further you get away, the colder it gets. You know? And then if there's a big ass barrier around us and we're under the water, wouldn't that mean we're far down in the waters of the heavens? Wouldn't it be cold? And then wouldn't it make it show, wouldn't it make it like dope, like the Lord said, I made that place for you. That's, you're the center of you get it? It would make a lot of sense about things and how, if what they say is true, we're in a circle, an ice wall, we're not on a globe. You know? It would make sense how, like I said, if you're a man, you can go down in that water, but you're gonna come back up for air. You can go up in that sky, but your ass gonna come back to this ground because it's your place. And it was fun watching people learn about the firmament under the floor. The Bible said it first. And then, man, that video got scrubbed off the internet, chopped up now. Now you can see a little bit of it, but, the good parts. I don't seem to see that part no more. Anyway, so that would kind of creep me out because, like I said, if the Bible's right and there's water under us and there's waters above us and we're on land and our oceans are so deep we can't even explore them all the way, and then we're in this bubble that seems to have water, that that you kind of get what I'm going with. Like, there's a lot of water, and we're under there. We're under the sea. Like Little Mermaid and them. Which brings me back to my theory of, is Earth Atlantis? You know, they always say Atlantis sank, and whenever they show, um, like there's two Atlantises. There's the one that was above the water, and then there's Little Mermaid Atlantis. You know, we hear of the Atlantis land, and then the Atlantis mermaid people that are under the water. Are they the same place? You know, it's confusing. It's very confusing for me when you have all these different cultures and beliefs and blah 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 blah. You know, it's kind of hard. Hope you guys have a good day, good night, whatever it is. Shout out to the wolves and the ninjas. You already know. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
In ancient Egyptian mythology, the sun and the moon were regarded as the eyes of the great falcon god Horus, with the left eye of Horus, called the lunar eye, or Eye of Thoth, often regarded as the symbol of the moon, and the right eye of Horus, called the solar eye, or Eye of Ra, being that of the sun. The mythology surrounding the Eye of Horus revolves around a conflict between the god Horus and Set, another god who's depicted as a man with the head of a jackal-like animal, but is also described as having red hair. In the legend of Osiris, Set kills Osiris and scatters his body, then claims the throne of the gods for his own. He is later struck down by Osiris, another god who's depicted as a man with the head of a jackal-like animal, but is also described as having red hair. In the legend of Osiris, Set kills Osiris and scatters his body, then claims the throne of the gods for his own.
Hey, sweaty.
Tell me, Vegeta, with that stamp on your head, I know Babbidi's been giving you orders. Is this one of them? Are you trying to fight me because of him? Or is this the same old story between you and me? Which one? Does it really matter? Not to you, Gohan, but to a warrior it matters greatly. And you know this as well as I do, Kakarot. In a day, you'll be back to the dead, and I will not miss this opportunity.
Who are you people? Don't you see the universe matters more than your meaningless squabble?
Meaningless, huh? What do you know of meaningless?
Agriculture, many countries around the 8, 9, 10. In ancient Egyptian mythology, the sun and the moon were regarded as the eyes of the great falcon god Horus, with the left eye of Horus, called the lunar eye, or Eye of Thoth, often regarded as the symbol of the moon, and the right eye of Horus, called the solar eye, or Eye of Ra, being that of the sun. The mythology surrounding the Eye of Horus revolves around a conflict between the god Horus and Set, another god who's depicted as a man with the head of a jackal-like animal, but is also described as having red hair. In the legend of Osiris, Set kills Osiris and scatters his body, then claims the throne of the gods for his own. He is later struck down by Horus, the son of Osiris, who restores order to the world and sets up the pharaohs as the guardians of Ma'at. Set and Horus continue to battle for control of the world, setting up an epic conflict of good versus evil.
Tell me, Vegeta, with that stamp on your head, I know Babbidi's been giving you orders. Is this one of them? Are you trying to fight me because of him? Or is this the same old story between you and me? Which one? Does it really matter?
warrior, it matters greatly. And you know this as well as I do, Kakarot. In a day, you'll be back to the dead, and I will not miss this opportunity. Who are you people? Don't you see the universe matters more than your meaningless squabble? Spend most of your life ruled by another. Watch your race dwindle to a handful. And then, tell me what has more meaning than your own strength. I have in me the blood of a Saiyan prince. He is nothing but a joke. Yet I've had to watch him surpass me in strength. My destiny thrown to the wayside. He's even saved my life as if I were a helpless child. He has stolen my honor. And his debts must be paid.
There is no dark side, nor a light side. There is only the Force. I will do what I must to keep the balance. The balance is what keeps me together. There is no good without evil, but evil must not be allowed to flourish. There is passion, yet emotion. Serenity, yet peace. Chaos, yet order. I am the wielder of the flame, the protector of balance. I am the holder of the torch, lighting the way. I am the keeper of the flame, soldier of balance. I am the guardian of balance. I am...
It's far. Is this a kid? It's far. Is this a kid? It's far. Is this a kid? The Black Panther, who's supposed to lead you into the future. He's supposed to protect you. Nah, I'm the kid. Welcome back. New shit. It only take me a certain amount of time, baby. Master Windu from the dark and the light. The Sith's only mad cause I mastered my life. They gotta cross you up when your passion is right. Yeah. Cause Merlin on the beat and I mastered the mic. She won everything, go King Midas. He too of everything, so know where your king the nicest. Priceless, marble the floor with niceness. My righteous, marvelous flaws, I'm like this. My likeness is something you can't bite, bitch. I write this from the depths of the soul, so fight this. My switch, absorbing your light hits. The right hits, decapitating your hype tricks. Spike pits, venomous sticks, don't like this. The right picks. Wolves send them in like tricks. Moon send them the right picks. Wolves give him the ice pick.